What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Where we left off, I believe we had a nasty little cliffhanger where Bella was about to confess something to Phoenix Wright, but now we're playing on the Layton side, which I believe we're on our way to the storyteller because we had an invitation for him. So, I wonder what he wants from us. Where do we move exactly now, is the question. Nope, that's not it. Alright, here we go! Now to find hit coins first. Oh, where's my stylus? This would be easier with a stylus than a joystick. Give me a second. Okay, 1. 2. And 3. And now we shall talk to the knights that are guarding this door. I don't think they're gonna let us through. Ah! Aren't you? Herschel Layton the Hatter? Well, I'm not a hatter, although I certainly am Herschel Layton. I have been told that my presence is requested in the audience room. I've definitely heard something about that, but it's beyond me why. With all due respect, why would the storyteller invite mere commoners to the audience room?
Aren't people normally allowed to visit?
Of course not! Both the audience room and the tower in which we reside are areas of strict surveillance. One does not simply visit the storyteller. I see what you did there.
Did you say tower?
The storyteller's tower, naturally. Don't tell me you've never heard of it. He only comes out of his tower to appear before the people in his parades. The audience room is where the storyteller comes whenever there is a parade. We, the Order of the Knights, provide his protection from this guard post. We feel honored by his presence, even if he doesn't speak to us. I see. Then it would seem we are extremely privileged to have been invited here. Don't let it get to your head. Wait here while I open the gate. Well, that was easy.
Come to think of it, during the parade, the storyteller did seem to be held in high esteem by all the townsfolk.
Gee, I wonder why. Indeed, Lou. Excuse me. After all, he is the author of this town's story. So he is effectively like some kind of god.
Like a god?
No! Someone tell me this isn't happening! There seems to be some commotion over there.
It's that knight! He's coming back this way! And he doesn't look too happy.
This is bad. Really bad. What am I going to do? What's the matter? Well, actually, Dark Hat, the gate won't open. It's broken, and I can't fix it.
So what happens now?
I wish I knew. What am I to do? We need to do something. We can't keep the storyteller waiting. If we do, there goes my career as a knight. Unless, aren't you two meant to be good at finding people? Finding people? I wouldn't say we're particularly good. Don't say that, I need your help here! There is one knight who is able to fix the gates, but he's busy training with the other knights. I'd like to call him back here without disturbing the others. But in armor, they'll all look the same. The only way to identify him is to look for a knight with an unusually shaped sword. Unusually shaped sword? How interesting.
Professor, doesn't that mean...
Indeed, my boy. It means we can tackle this the way we would a puzzle. So, will you find him? Okay, I'll see what I can do. A puzzle! Of course everything has to be a puzzle. Oh god, this one took me a bit. It's lunchtime and the knights are all eager to eat their share. They have all stabbed their sword into a massive piece of meat at the same time. One of the swords is not standard knight issue and has an oddly curved blade. Examine the blades and find the owner of the strange sword. Alright. Now how do we figure this out? Well, Usually the memo might probably help for this, but the quickest answer to this is this knight here. Because if you move this thing, it doesn't really go anywhere. That goes there, this goes here, this goes there. Well, yeah, you know, this goes there, that's there, and that goes there. But you can see that he's the one who has the weird sword, because it's just off. Something like that. I know, this is really hard to explain, but I promise you it's this guy here.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Correct! The smallest knight appears to be the one wielding the strange sword.
We did it! Yay!
Thanks to you, Sir Hatter, I've been able to have it repaired immediately. I'm glad you were able to fix it.
A puzzle like that is a piece of cake for the professor.
As I suspected all along, you're certainly no ordinary gentleman. Sir Hatter, Sir Layton shall henceforth be allowed to pass through this gate freely. Thank you, kind sir. Please make your way to the storyteller as swiftly as possible. As swiftly as possible after we get hint coins and puzzles, right? To the Knight Garrison. Ooh, there's a hinted puzzle here.
Wow! No matter where I look, there are knights everywhere!
Yes, indeed. The knights have their guard post on this side of the gate. Given the grandness of the scale, I imagine they are living here too.
But I wonder what exactly where around here was supposed to meet the storyteller. That knight said to go to the audience room, wherever that is. With a name as grand as audience room, you'd think it would be easy to notice.
Luke, can you see the long flight of stairs over there? I think we should go and take a look.
A flight of stairs? Ah, I see it! There's also a building over there. Looks rather stately. Do you think that's where this audience room is?
Indeed, my boy. However, there seems to be something going on over there. And from the looks of things, I don't think we'll be able to just ignore it and stroll right by. Sure you can! At any rate, let's go and take a look. I'm sure you can just avoid these problems, but no, you just want puzzles. First, hint coins. Okay, Oop. Another one? Whoa, wait, what? Where is it? There. Okay. There. That's where the puzzle is.
Professor! I think there are mice hiding up there.
Take a closer look, Luke. You may notice there are not only mice hiding there.
Eh? I see what you mean, Professor. There's a hidden puzzle there, too. Just leave it to me, Professor. I can handle a puzzle like this, no problem.
This puzzle might prove to be a little tricky. Take a deep breath and do your best. If you think it's too much for you right now, you can always select quit and come back to it later. For following, only in Professor Layton.
Right you are, Professor.
Oh, it's one of those, like, trial and error ones. It seems some mice have taken up residence in the house. They're particularly fond of the delicious cheese kept there. Tilt the table left, right, up, and down to send the mice sliding across the surface. Slide each of the 4 mice so they end up in the traps. Make sure they do not touch the cheese. Yeah, just a whole lot of trial and error, not a really difficult puzzle. So let's see. 1... Oh, wait. I think I did that wrong. Okay, so that way? No, I think I did. Okay, never mind. I didn't have any. I was going the right way. Aha! There we go. Boom!
This is my answer. Oh, let me do the next one too.
Alright, Luke! Consider this cheesy battle over and done. Like this cheesy... congratulations. I think that's it for the hidden puzzle, since I think there was only one, so... Continue on with the story. How many times do I gotta tell you? I ain't this suspicious guy you're after! And you expect us to believe you just because you say so, eh? You can't save us all time and trouble here. Just admit your guilt and be done with. You gotta be kidding me! This is a false accusation. Come on, why won't you listen to me? I admit my face might look a little scary, sure, but I'm telling you straight. My pals are always saying there's no one with a pure heart than good old Cutter. Oh, spare me. We're getting nowhere here. Hey, Knights! Yes, sir! Put this miserable wretch into solitary confinement. Yes, sir, Captain! Oi, oi, what are you doing? I'm innocent! Innocent, I tell ya! You seem to have your hands full here. May I ask what happened? Hey, if it isn't you two! Do you mean to tell me you're the ones that the storyteller has summoned?
That's us, alright. So you can't go chasing us around the way you did before.
Ugh, rats. By the way, Captain, what has that man been accused of? What has he done? He is guilty of carrying out a heinous crime of assault and theft. How many times do I gotta say it? It won't be! It's a false accusation. I'm totally innocent. Silence! Who else could have done it? A witch? Could you tell me a little more about this? Well, I had a feeling you'd want to know. You seem to like poking your nose into other people's business. A series of thefts have been occurring in this town, and at the same time a suspicious figure has been sighted. Now I asked you, does this man not look suspicious to you? Clearly it has to be him. You got it all wrong! I heard there was a thief in the area. That's why I teamed up with them townsfolk and kept a lookout for the blighter. And that ain't all! I even found a way to make sure every dang corner of the town was being watched. We placed ourselves in positions where we didn't obstruct one another's line of sight. Catch my drift? The suspicious figure you guys mentioned? There ain't no way that was me. So you're saying that you watched every part of the town, while at the same time avoiding overlapping each other's search. That's impossible. You committed the crimes and are lying to cover yourself. I wonder if you are perhaps mistaken. It might just be true. For example, if they positioned themselves like this. Oh boy! A puzzle! Let's go! There are reports of a thief lurking around the town center. The townsfolk are in charge of guard duty. There are two conditions to their stakeout. They have a perfect view of all the streets. Their view range never overlaps. With that in mind, do you think you can place the townsfolk in their correct spots? More trial and error. But, I'm going to not trial and error a lot and try to get this done. As quickly as possible. As long as I remember what to do. Okay, let's see. One there. Here. Ugh, can't use the stylus. There we go. Dude, where are you going? Here? Seems right. So then that should go... Hey!
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Excellent! It turns out the dubious-looking gentleman was telling the truth! I would never have guessed such a solution could exist. So, do you believe me now? I'm just telling the truth. The real culprit must still be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight. Then it looks like we've no choice. Let him go. We'd better head back to the crime scene and go over it again with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, Captain! Well, I'm glad we were able to sort out the misunderstanding. I don't know who you two are, but you're a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk. Not at all. We're nothing so special. Just a couple of regular English gentlemen. English, eh? So what is that, your title? Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. The storyteller is in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. As for the audience room, it's in the building at the top of those stairs. That building up there. Just as we thought. Thank you. Just mind your manners when in the presence of the storyteller, you hear me? If I hear any sign of trouble, you'll regret it!
We'll be on our best behavior, so please keep your hand off your sword. You're scaring me.
It just goes to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke.
Right, let's go, Professor!
We'll do that in just a second, because I believe there's one more puzzle somewhere. Hey, look at him, he seems pretty upset about something. This is no good. It's been 3 days and 3 nights, but still I don't get it.
What is it that you don't understand?
Whoa! Don't frighten me like that! How long have you been there?
We've been here for quite some time now.
Well, I suppose I could tell you. See, I've been doing my mind training. Us knights must train, not just physically, but mentally too. Training of the mind. How delightful. As a gentleman, I always endeavor to keep my thinking flexible too. Your comment exudes confidence, and if you are so self-assured, why not try solving this puzzle? This is a chess puzzle based on a brave fight between knights. The trouble is, no matter how hard I try, I can't defeat the Black Knight. Oh no, is this a chest? What is this? Oh god, I hate these puzzles. There's another one of these later on. 2 opposing sets of knight chess pieces are engaged in battle. In order to win, your chess piece must topple the enemy piece. Chess knights move 2 squares forward and 1 square perpendicular on each turn. The initial direction can be up, down, left, or right. Be careful, the board is filled with pits and spaces that will move your piece in the direction shown. Oh, okay. I dislike these puzzles. It's, again, more trial and error, and it's probably easier if you knew anything of chess, I guess, because I don't know anything of chess. Not a lick. But I don't want to take this too long, so... There we go.
I've already seen the answer. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Checkmate! Checkmate! You know, in one of the Ace Attorney... One of the characters in Ace Attorney 2 actually has a big, obsession for chess, besides Edgeworth. I'm just thinking about that now. Oh, you beat the Black Knight! If I could just remember how you did that. Alright, now if I could beat him, he can keep guard of this area next week instead of me.
Keep guard? Instead of you?
No, it's purely for mind training, believe me.
Sounds a little fishy to me.
Oh, somebody's trying to get out of his work. Anyway, now we can head to the audience room, yes? Wow, what ominous music.
The storyteller should be in here, right? I'm starting to feel a little nervous. This area is totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind.
It looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here.
He really is treated almost like a god. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about.
Well, find out shortly as soon as I find hit coins. And I think there's a puzzle somewhere too. Ah, one puzzle? I mean, no. One coin. 2 coins. Where's this last coin? Question mark? Or did I get them all and I just miscounted? I don't even know, guys. Well, for now, there's a hidden puzzle here until I figure out where the heck that symbol went. What's this?
What is it, Professor?
Have a look at this, Luke. There's a puzzle concealed here. In a situation like this, perhaps solving a puzzle might help to relieve stress. Or put more stress.
I think you're right, Professor.
In my opinion, I get more stress. Ooh, creepy puzzle. Oh, the rotating room. Ghastly figures now haunt the interior of this mysterious mansion, and I haven't been tasked with ridding its halls of their ilk. If I am to succeed in my mission, I must light all the candles to vanquish these fiends. This room seems to rotate. Use this to your advantage and rotate the room so that I might reach the candles. Note the candles will light up or extinguish each time the knight passes by. Gotcha. More trial and error. Let's see. 1, 2. One counterclockwise. 2, 3, 4. 2, 1. This poor knight, though. Just the amount of times I gotta turn this thing. Like, oh, it's okay. Just keep turning them as long as I tip these candles on. Yeah. There we go.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Alright then. Well, I managed to find that puzzle at least, but now I just can't figure out where this last freaking hint coin is. I'm at the point of just like leaving it be and come back to it later, because too much time wasted, man, these hint coins. So let's just go in.
Huh? Professor, the door won't open. Hello? Is anybody there? No reply.
It appears there is no keyhole. This is no ordinary lock mechanism.
Inviting someone to visit you only to lock them out. That's a bit rude.
Just a moment, Luke. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. I believe this may be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with the storyteller or not.
That's a bit off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor?
Indeed, my boy. Let's show our mettle. Indeed, let's do it. What is this? Oh god. I remember this one taking me a while to figure out. The numbers range between 1 and 6. Touching the buttons on the touchscreen will increase and decrease the numbers. Arrange the numbers to read 3333. Do you think you can do it in only 4 turns? Probably. I say this. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Second bit. Oh, yeah.
I've already seen the answer. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Yeah, that was more trial and error, but it's like basically the little symbols basically mean how many times it goes up or down. Like red means smaller numbers, blue means bigger numbers. That's right. Just hitting the buttons at random until you end up at the solution can also be fun. That's what I did too until I looked up a guide later and be like, oh.
We did it, Professor! That should open the door!
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us inside.
The creator of this town. I wonder what he intends to say. Are you all right, Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
Who, me? Well, to be honest, I suppose I am. Just a little. But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
Right you are, Professor.
I need like Indiana Jones music or something. I think there's a cutscene.
Thus the guests finally made their appearance. I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories. I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton.
I believe I should say, it is an honor, Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia. But why did you call the Professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here.
I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
In writing the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away. I give each person a story, and weave their intertwining webs of fate. However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story. The two of you.
I like how they only mentioned these two when there should be 4 altogether, but okay.
You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story?
Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world?
In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book called the Historia Labyrinthia. I am led to believe it was you who wrote that book. Surely you cannot deny it.
It would appear I have found it. The source of the corruption within my story.
Corruption?
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct?
Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story.
Ah,
You mean Carmina Accidenti?
Carmine. So, there is a connection between him and the two of you after all.
Oops.
Your presence here is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
grand finale?
Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity of the great witch Bazella is made public. She is tried in the court and finally destroyed. At last, Peace will be restored to the town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean?
Well, shit. Oh. We stopped this just in time for us to find out this thing. Well. Oh, we still have... I can't save, so I guess we will find out. Damn it, I was gonna leave it as a cliffhanger. Oh well.
It's true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way. And the reason for that is because I am the storyteller's daughter.
You're... What? Espella! You're the storyteller's daughter? I didn't see that coming.
When I first came down into the town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to know me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had.
That sounds like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that. No one's accusing you of anything, Maya.
But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would.
Well, people should realize that good things don't come easy.
Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me in the town, and I was knocked over. Later that night, that same person was attacked by a witch and killed by her magic. I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitudes towards me changed. They started saying things like, "It's best to keep away from her, or you'll have a bad story written about you." All because I'm the storyteller's daughter.
What's the storyteller thinking? What do you mean? Well, he has his daughter stuck in a place like this. And if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this. You have a good point there, Maya. Anyway, the investigation has only just begun. Espella, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Of course. I like to help you in any way I can.
I've got to gather as much information as I can. Can I still not save? Fuck, this is really gonna go over time. I should ask Espella about the storyteller. This might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the storyteller? I mean, with your father.
I did live with him before. We lived together on the edge of the town, in the storyteller's tower.
The storyteller's tower?
When I was little, he was very kind and always listened to what I had to say. But then, at some point or other, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural. Because he had to write the story for every single person in the town. Espella. As he became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower. And that's the reason I decided to leave home with Eve and live in the town. I stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too. But my dad...
What's the deal with the storyteller? I can't believe he'd write a story where his own daughter is the Great Witch Bezella. Maybe the professor will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives. And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter?
Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me the whole time.
Yeah, Patty's always looking out for you.
There's so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I've left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me.
Speaking of which, where is the mom? Now that you mention it, what about your real mother, Espella?
She... Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident when I was still young. And that's all I really know. He didn't tell me any more than that.
I see. Espella, we believe in you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bezella.
That's right. That's why we'll find the real Great Witch. The real Great Witch? But the Great Witch is only a character in legend. How could you possibly find her?
Well, admittedly, at the moment we have no real leads.
Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We were supposed to have been living with you for 5 years now, but that memory turned out to be completely phony.
Do you have any ideas at all, Expella? Anything that could give us a clue? I guess it's a lot to ask.
All magic-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition. And if there were any clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch, then I believe they would have found them.
I guess you're right.
As far as I know, there's not a single incident that remains unsolved by the Inquisitor.
Wait a minute, that's not right. What is it, Maya?
The part about there being no unsolved incidents left. What? Last night, me and Luke ran into High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Wait, what? You saw High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Yep, she said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago, I think. Apparently, it's the only incident that has remained unsolved.
An unsolved incident?
Oh, now that you mention it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case.
The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved, huh? Espella, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail? How about no? Can I save? I'll have to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Visiting time is up. You're to leave immediately.
No, wait! We just got to the good part! Mr. Wright, Maya, I really don't know much about that incident, but perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it.
Okay, Espella. Thanks for the help.
All right, we'll see you again real soon. Keep your spirits up, Espella. Thank you. Take care, both of you.
So cute, though.
Mr. Wright, Maya, they're both doing so much for me. I wonder if there's anything I could do for both of them in return. The Great Witch Bezella. Until now, I hadn't given it much thought. The Great Witch, the legendary fire, flames, inferno. Oh my, what is this? My head hurts. No! What was that? That inferno. Were these things my memories?
This town's one and only unsolved incident of magic. I'm sure she said something about an alchemist who lost their life to a witch. An alchemist that was attacked? That sounds like a serious case. You got that from High Inquisitor Darklaw, right?
That's right, when I was searching for Eve last night. I meant to tell you about it, but it totally slipped my mind.
The only unsolved incident, huh? That's suspicious, alright. This might be the lead that will take us to the Great Witch.
Okay, let's get to investigating. We can do this thing.
Yeah, so, I guess first we should check out the Inquisitor Hall, right? We might just learn something there.
Sure, let's get going.
On the other hand, we may just learn how unwelcome we are there.
Hey, come on, Nick! Enough with the wishy-washy attitude!
I didn't even say anything! You were thinking it, though! Anyway, I'm gonna save this right the frick now, because holy shit, we are over time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! He is the author of this town's story, so he is effectively like some kind of god.
Like a god?
No! Someone tell me this isn't happening! There seems to be some commotion over there.
It's that Knight! He's coming back this way! And he doesn't look too happy.
This is bad. Really bad. What am I going to do? What's the matter? Well, actually, Dark Hat, the gate won't open. It's broken, and I can't fix it.
So what happens now?
I wish I knew. What am I to do? We need to do something. We can't keep the storyteller waiting. If we do, there goes my career as a knight. Unless, aren't you two meant to be good at finding people? Finding people? I wouldn't say we're particularly good. Don't say that, I need your help here! There is one knight who is able to fix the gates, but he's busy training with the other knights. I'd like to call him back here without disturbing the others. But in armor, they'll all look the same. The only way to identify him is to look for a knight with an unusually shaped sword. Unusually shaped sword? How interesting.
Professor, doesn't that mean...
Indeed, my boy. It means we can tackle this the way we would a puzzle. So, will you find him? Okay, I'll see what I can do. A puzzle! Of course everything has to be a puzzle. Oh god, this one took me a bit. It's lunchtime and the knights are all eager to eat their share. They have all stabbed their sword into a massive piece of meat at the same time. One of the swords is not standard. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Where we last off, I believe we had a nasty little cliffhanger where Bella was about to confess something to Phoenix Wright, but now we're playing on the Layton side, which I believe we're on our way to the storyteller because we had an invitation for him. So, I wonder what he wants from us. Where do we move exactly now, is the question. Well, that's not it. Alright, here we go! Now to find hit coins first. Oh, where's my stylus? This would be easier with a stylus than a joystick. Give me a second. Okay, 1. 2. And 3. And now we shall talk to the knights that are guarding this door. I don't think they're gonna let us through. Ah! Aren't you? Herschel Layton the Hatter? Well, I'm not a hatter, although I certainly am Herschel Layton. I have been told that my presence is requested in the audience room. I've definitely heard something about that, but it's beyond me why. With all due respect, why would the storyteller invite mere commoners to the audience room?
Aren't people normally allowed to visit?
Of course not! Both the audience room and the tower in which we reside are areas of strict surveillance. One does not simply visit the storyteller. I see what you did there.
Did you say tower?
The storyteller's tower, naturally. Don't tell me you've never heard of it. He only comes out of his tower to appear before the people in his parades. The audience room is where the storyteller comes whenever there is a parade. We, the Order of the Knights, provide his protection from this guard post. We feel honored by his presence, even if he doesn't speak to us. I see. Then it would seem we are extremely privileged to have been invited here. Don't let it get to your head. Wait here while I open the gate. Well, that was easy.
Come to think of it, during the parade, the storyteller did seem to be held in high esteem by all the townsfolk.
Gee, I wonder why. Indeed, Boo. Excuse me. After all,